Okay, so we're going to go through environmental chemistry unit from the 2012 practice PAT. First thing we want to do is read the question. So we can see what to focus on in our concepts here. So it's talking about aluminum cans and plastic, something is not green, okay, like environmentally friendly, because why? They might produce toxic waste, take too long to biodegrade, recycled, reused, take up too much space in landfills. Okay, so without even looking at the chart, tin cans, do they produce toxic waste? Well, not really. Plastic ring holders? Not really. Take a long time to biodegrade? Yes, they take a really long time to break down in the atmosphere. Can they be recycled and reused? Well, yeah. Okay, but why should they not be considered green? This is the reason they should be considered green. Okay, but realistically, they're not. Do they take up too much space in landfills? Yes. So right now, this one, totally not it, because recycling is a good thing. So which of these three we're going to have to do with this question? Okay, so let's look at what the question's even about. Oh, look, time it takes for products to biodegrade. Okay, so we're going to read that. Oh, whether it produces toxic waste or not. Okay, we're going to read that. And this is different products. Okay, so let's take a look. Substances that biodegrade are often considered green products because they have a low impact on the environment. Okay, so biodegradable means good, which we knew that. So are these things all recyclable? Yeah, except orange pills. Those are compostable, right? Biodegradable. Do these produce toxic waste? Don't know. So that wouldn't be a good choice in our question over here because it has a we don't know. Tin cans? No, doesn't produce toxic waste. So for sure, it's not the toxic waste question. Okay, so I'm leaning towards biodegradable here. So how long it takes for products to biodegrade. So here's a list of what they are, and here's how long they take. So plastic ring holders for cans, 450 years. Wow, that's a long time. This little crinkle in the graph means it's not jumping up by as much as you think it should. Tin cans, 100 years. Okay, so aluminum cans. Yeah, so we're going to go with takes too long to biodegrade. Why not this one? Because there's nothing in the chart about how much space it takes up in landfills. Okay, so we're going to go with 21B. This one has to do with fertilizer, something with fertilizer, and okay, we've got some charts here. So this is how tall the plant is going to be. So if it's tall, it's going to grow better. And this is how concentrated the fertilizer is. Okay. So let's look at our chart. This is saying that you have 3 groups of seeds from the same plant. Okay, so that's our controlled variable. We're not changing what kind of plants we've got here. All the plants were grown under identical conditions, so it's not like one gets more light and more water than the other. So fertilizer is the only thing that's being manipulated. So the responding variable here is how tall they grow. So if we have a low concentration, so kind of watered down amount of fertilizer, your plants are 3 centimeters high. If it's a little bit more concentrated, 1 gram per liter, right? This is concentration, grams per liter of fluid. It's 5 centimeters, so they're nice and tall. So this is a really good amount of fertilizer to put. Then you think, oh, well, I'll just put more fertilizer. No, because if you have 5 grams of fertilizer per liter, like a high concentration, that's going to kill your plant. So there is such thing as too much fertilizer. So then they start dying. Okay, so we should see a graph that shows, okay, that's going to grow a bit. If it's going to be 3 centimeters, the increased concentration grows a little bit higher, and then eventually they die if the concentration is too high. So we should see a graph that kind of goes up and then goes down. Is there any like that? Yep, here's one. Okay, so if you have just a little bit of fertilizer, they grow a bit better than they would have before. Even more fertilizer that grows to its maximum, then there's such thing as too much fertilizer and then they die. Okay, so we need to see that peak. And these other ones don't have that peak. Okay, this one does a little bit, but it doesn't show the decline. Once you have too much fertilizer, it should show that the plant height goes down. Okay, so 22 would be B.